Hi, I'm Kelly Armetta, the executive chef and corporate chef for Australis Barramundi. Welcome to my home. Today I'm going to cook some great fish for you, very summer inspired, because look at the beautiful day today, and I got some fantastic things that I want to cook, roast in the oven here and grill over here. So first, let me get started by telling you a little bit about Barramundi. It's a farm-raised fish. It's fantastic, very light eating, very healthy for you, high in omega-3s. It's very versatile. Works in all types of styles of cooking, and that's why today I'm kind of doing two little different things, a little Mediterranean style and a little bit of inspired by a little Indian cooking. So let's get started. First thing we're going to do is introduce you to our fish today. So I have 3 different cuts here, and we sell all these different products, and it depends on what you want and what you want to do with it and how you sell it. But these particular products here, this one is a nice 7 to 9 ounce fillet, skin off. This is a 6 ounce portion, skin off. And this is a nice 16 to 18 ounce fillet with the skin on. So this is a great presentation for something like a whole piece here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get started. We're gonna roast this particular one here in the wood burning oven. So we gotta get that going first. It's gonna take a little bit of time. So let me get this started. But the most important thing you can do when you handle this fish right now is to pat it dry. It's really important for the fish to be dry, so it actually tries and gets either crispy or nice and firm. Okay, so we're going to pat this dry, and we got this nice earthenware baking pan that can go right into the oven. So first thing we're going to do is put a little bit of olive oil in the bottom of the pan. We're going to rub it around so it's nice and coated pretty good. Okay, and then we're going to take this fish here, the barramundi, and we're going to season it. We got a little combination of seasonings here. We got some coriander, smoked paprika, some garlic salt, some curry, and some cumin. So what we're going to do is we're going to use this not only for the fish itself, but also for the sauce. So we're going to sprinkle a little bit of seasoning on top of here, only on the skins, on the flesh side. We don't want to do the skin side, okay? We don't have to over season this at all, because we're going to also season it with some salt, and some pepper. Then we're going to take a little bit of lime, squeeze it on top of the fish. Save that because we're going to use it in a minute. And now we're going to put it right in this pan right here. A little bit of extra olive oil on top, keeping it dry. And then because it's a really hot oven, it gets over 700 degrees, we want to put a little bit of water in the pan so it steams a little bit and keeps the pan from cracking. So, because it's so hot. So that steams up and helps the fish. So we're going to put this guy in the oven, we're going to let him go, and then we'll come back and we'll start to make some grilled fish. So if you want to take a look over here in the oven, what's happening? We have some maple and some white oak wood inside here. Get it nice and hot, and we're going to let the fish cook nice and easy on its own. Easily seasoned, nothing overdone to it. Almost a lot of cook. All right, now let's get to the grill. So our grilled fillets right here, skinless. Again, we kept it nice and dry, right? This time we're going to get the grill nice and hot, and we're going to spray the grill. A little culinary magic, nice effect over here. Let that cook out. So, like I said, this one's gonna be a little Mediterranean influence. So what do we have on this one? We have a little bit of herb de Provence, dry herbs, but we're gonna take some of these beautiful fresh herbs as well, and we're gonna make a little bit of a topping to it. So now we have some of the rubber olive oil and a little bit of sea salt, Mediterranean sea salt, and some pepper, And then, just to keep the fish from sticking, it's gonna hit a little spray on it. It's olive oil spray. Now, notice you got this little flap here. So you wanna pull this over here, and now we're gonna grill it. And we'll let that guy go for a little bit. Now, the beautiful thing about the Barramundi is that Australis does a great job with the feed and how they raise it, sustainability. The flavors are really consistent. They hold up with cooking well, with the moisture content it has, the fat content, holds up really well. But if you undercook it a little bit, it's okay, because the fish, you can eat it at raw, like a sushi or a ceviche style. So I rather cook it a little underdone so it holds up a little bit better. But what's good about this particular fish, it holds up in all kinds of applications. So even if you do cook it a little bit over, you're okay. It's gonna hold up really well. The flesh stays nice and firm, and it's gonna taste really good. So just to take a look, we got our fish kind of cooking over here. Let's take a peek at the oven right now. Doesn't take too long. Should take us about 10 minutes or so to cook this fish right here. But you see it's starting to curl up a little bit, okay? And you see it's starting to steam up. Let that guy go. Now this fish here doesn't take long, so we're gonna leave it get nice and hot. It's important when your grill is really hot, so the fish kind of rises off the griddles. So if it's nice and hot and oiled really well, it just kind of cooks right up, comes right off it. So if it's cold or not hot enough, or you didn't spray it enough, or put enough little coating of oil, it will stick, and then you'll have a mess. I don't really recommend using the skin on these for the grilling, because it tends to stick a little bit more. But for roasting or pan searing, the skin is perfect for it. Perfect applications to sear it or roast it, which is what we're doing. So while we're waiting for the fish to cook, we're gonna make a quick sauce. All right. So this is a little yogurt sauce. It's a little Greek yogurt. Okay. Don't drain it. Keep it on the loose side. Okay. And then we're going to put some of that lime juice that we saved right in here. And then we're going to take some of these spices. So we have a little bit of curry, a little bit of all these little spices that we were working with. Now on this particular one, I'm also going to add a little bit of heat of some cayenne pepper. Okay? And you can certainly put as much as you like. And I like a little bit more assertive flavor when it comes to the cumin. So you got your lime juice, your yogurt, your nice Indian spices, a little bit of heat with some cayenne pepper. And this you can kind of let sit for a few minutes, and it holds up really well. See how that came up nice and easy? So we don't want it to stick on the other side. We're going to hit it with a little spray. Look how beautiful that held up. So you notice how this is not taking long at all, because it's a thin layer. Cooks up really well, handles really well, sears well. Because of the long fillet, has a nice presentation to it. So you'll see that this fish is going to hold up really nice and be a nice, pretty presentation. Save this for later. This is lunch later. So our fish is coming out really nice. Let's see how it's stuck a little bit. It's because I probably didn't spray them good enough. But it's done. Look how fast that was. Completely done. Perfect. So we put our nice fish right there. Now I'm going to take our zucchini. Now what's nice about the summertime, what I particularly like to do in the summer, is I like to have the vegetables at room temperature. Come out really nice. You don't have to overdo it. You don't have to make everything so hot, and it can sit a little bit. Look how pretty that is. Nice and colorful, right? And then we're gonna put a little zucchini flowers. Decorate this guy. Beautiful. And then of course, what's a Mediterranean dish without a little olive oil on top? There we go. And there's your first grilled Mediterranean barramundi with a little zucchini flower frittata and roasted zucchinis. So that's one. So let's see how our fish is doing. What's real nice, if you come on over this way, is that nice and crispy on the skin here. So roasting in the oven is really crispy. So really nice, so be careful. It's nice and cooked beautiful. Okay, we'll leave this guy here to cool down. And then, as I said to you earlier, we can just top the cauliflower. It doesn't have to be, you can reheat it if you like. You keep it simple like this. Okay, right on top. You don't want to put too much sauce on the skin because you work so hard on getting the skin nice and crispy. So be careful with that. So we have the beautiful, now we're going to take these little potatoes that I just baked off. Right here, I'm with a little garlic, a little olive oil. Okay. We're going to hit a little bit of lime juice on top. And here's our little sauce. And we'll just put a little bit of sauce on top of here. And then, just so we have a nice little more authentic feel to it, we'll take a little bit of cilantro, some mint, and we'll just chop it on top and give it a nice little effect. Nice brightness with the flavors, nice and herbal and floral. Sprinkle on top. And there you have it. Armetta, enjoy, guys.